It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire, le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi, when you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U-Sport. By Bell, presenting partner of this U-Sports championship. Fier partenaire de ce championnat U-Sport. And by Protocase, proud title partner of the 2023 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship. Et par Protocase, fier partenaire en titre du championnat de soccer masculin U-Sport de 2023.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2023 Protocase U-Sports Men's Soccer Championships presented by Bell. Cape Breton University honors and acknowledges we are located in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq people. We are all treaty people. This men's consolation semifinal game features Les Patriotes du Université du Québec Trois-Rivières and the York University Lions. Let's meet our teams, starting with York in goal, Stefano Pantaleo. Number 4, Kelvin Ramirez. Number 10, Christian Zeppieri. Number 6, Von Bianchi. Number 19, Maverick Wright. Number 2, Gianluca Condello. Number 23, Jordan Hendricks. Number 7, Justin Chiquilo. Number 24, Pedro Aparicio. Number 11, Tyler Attardo. And number 20, Agostino Principato. Your head coach, Carmen Isako. Now UQTR, in goal, Mathieu Lacharité. Numero 2, number 2, Babacar Ndiaye. Numero 4, number 4, Thomas Sear. Numero 5, number 5, Francis Asuyat. Numero 6, number 6, Hugo Raposo. Numero 9, number 9, Vincent Lamy. Numero 11, number 11, Samuel Laplante. Numero 12, number 12, Émile Boivin. Numero 17, number 17, Madi Abbasi. Numero 18, number 18, Nicolas Desjardins. Numero 19, number 19, Tarek Gamraoui. With head coach Shane Black. Your officials for today's game are Ryan Schwenger, Brian Novogradek, Gabriel Grenier, and Sebastian Noshin Ravani. Now please rise as we join.
From one small building in downtown Sydney offering 8 courses to one of Atlantic Canada's most innovative and vibrant universities, no matter where you started or where you finished, you are all part of CBU's alumni family and making a difference across the globe. And as alumni, we are proud, we persevere, and we never forget our roots. Together, we are always orange.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to the 2023 Proto Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell on CBC. I'm Corey LeBlanc along with Bart Sears for this afternoon's second Consolation semifinal matchup featuring the number 4 seed UQTR Patriot and the number 8 seeded York Lions. the OUA runners-up, the Patriot, the RSEQ champions. So the winner of this one will face the winner of our first match that just wrapped up, the St. FX X-Men, the Atlantic University Sport Champs. They'll clash with the winner of this one tomorrow, 1 p.m. Atlantic time, for the Consolation title. So how both these teams ended up here, UQTR in a penalty kicks loss to the host Cape Breton University Capers here yesterday evening on quarterfinal Thursday. And then in the nightcap, the York Lions, a heartbreaker and a late goal in the final couple of minutes by the top seed Mount Royal University Cougars by DeRocha was the difference. And they lost 1-0. So both teams, tough one here, Bart, as always, to bounce back. But we saw a good matchup between Carleton and St. FX. Both those teams want to end their season with a win. And I think we'll see the same from the Lions and the Patriot.
Yes, after 2 tough games yesterday, both teams will just want to take a deep breath, keep things in perspective. You've played well enough all season to get to nationals, and you want to do yourselves justice, you want to do your school justice, and the best way to do that is to come out and put in a performance and let the chips fall where they may.
We're underway, the Lions in their red and white trim. Starting goalkeeper, you can see him there, Stefano Pantaleo, pardon me. And now the Lions off to the races here early, looking for the first goal of the afternoon. We had an early one with St. FX. And that shot just sailed over the crossbar. That was off the toe of Agostino Principato. So a quick start for the Lions. Now the Patriot in their white and orange trim.
That's exactly what you want if you're the Lions.
Bringing it into the York zone. That was lost. It'll be a Lions throw in here.
And LaPlante did well last night, number 11 in white. And he'll look to continue that fine performance. Mostly the same side, a couple changes for the Patriots, and a much changed lineup for the Reds.
Sear back there with DI, used their keeper, La Charité. Down the back end of the Lions, that's Abassi, who had the tying goal late for the Patriot against the host Capers. The tied at 2. UQTR trailed 2-0 at the half. Rallied to tie it. Nothing was solved in the 2 15-minute overtime halves, and then they lost the penalty kicks 4-2 to the Capers. Now the Lions showing some early speed here, and now trying to pen in the aforementioned Nicholas Desjardins. Good work there by Chiquilo. So off the Patriot throw in. First touch, though, off the header. That goes to Pedro Aparicio. And now back to their keeper, Pantaleo. Now off for a little run here. Looking for it is Aparicio. Headed forward. And now time to collect. And once again, they'll use the keeper. Just underway here, Consolation Semifinal 2 here at the National Championship Tournament. We had a heavy shower for a bit in our first quarterfinal, but it's cleared off nicely here for this one. And now the Patriot. LaPlante can't keep it in.
Good tracking back by number 23, Jordan Hendricks. We saw Justin yesterday. We see Jordan appropriately with the number 23.
Boyavan. And DI to Sear, and now on the back end trying to the Suyat. And now a touch for La Charité. It'll trickle all back, keeper to keeper. Pantaleo lets it roll out. He'll take a goal kick here early. We're only about 4 minutes into this one as the sun starts to peek through again here at Ness Timmins Field. Again, the winner to tomorrow's Consolation final at 1 p.m. Atlantic time, noon Eastern. And it's the end of the season for the losing side. Chipped forward off the header, good work there. Good height by Attardo, but right back the other way. Both teams going the long ball route here early on. But the Lions take over quickly and now look to get to the counterattack. Lovely ball there, and then trying to chip it forward was Principato. And now in DI, we'll use La Charité. He puts it ahead, but it's intercepted, but then quickly turned over by Zeppieri, the All-Canadian. As the sun starts to really poke out here. Zeppieri, a first-team All-Canadian. And now back the other way, here come the Lions. Here's Zeppieri. Got spun off the ball here, the counter-attack, but off his line quickly. Pantaleo. And now the Lions back to it, scoreless here early. And they'll use Pantaleo again. That was Calvin Ramirez. So up that far sideline. Into the middle. Good first touch and control there by Bianchi.
Good test at chest ball down by Hendricks.
Condello into the middle, good close out there defensively by Sear. And it'll trickle out, it'll be a throw in for the Lions, and they now control it. Both teams, we didn't get the early goal like in our first matchup. Samuel Barrowcliff for the X-Men. Lions now. Good ball control, Aparicio. Poke forward, good work there by the All-Canadian Zeppieri. But back come the Patriot, Lamy, who had the penalty kick goal to get his team on the scoreboard last night in the second half. Now the Lions, plenty of room here. Laid off to the near side, Jordan Hendricks. He'll use his defender, Condello. Lions now early, slight early control to them, at least in terms of possession. Bianchi, solid there, but has it knocked away. But it's turned over quickly, now trying to bring it the other direction. Zeppieri, and he trickled it just wide. And it's going to be a corner kick. So here's a look at the first team All-Canadian, Zeppieri, testing La Charité.
And fingertips on that by La Charité. So it'll be our first corner now in the 8th minute.
And we only had a couple in our matchup between the X-Men and the Ravens, as we see the jockeying for position here. Good header, and they're going to get another look at it there. The header once again in the mix there was Attardo, number 11. So it's take two here for the Lions. They look to get on the scoreboard first, taking the kick. Zeppieri low liner, deflects, still loose. Spinning shot by Attardo, but it didn't get through. And now on the counter attack, here come the Patriots. Good work there to start to bring it out by Desjardins. And it trickles out on that far side. The Lions now. And we'll get a look. There's Zeppiari. Kept alive nicely there by Ramirez. And then the Attardo shot blocked.
And maybe he didn't get all he wanted on that, did Zeppiari, but it was very, very good by the York Lions to make the most of that. Just put the Patriot under pressure.
I'm going to say Hendricks was out of bounds on that one. Patriot throw in. Scoreless here early, about 9 minutes into this consolation semifinal. The wind with the movement of the rain clouds has come a little bit more of a gust in the wind here at Ness Timmins Field. And now the Lions off on the run. And from behind, they're going to catch Bianchi there. Good hustle, but he clipped the Patriot player.
And Hendricks has had a good start, playing some nice balls into the middle. But it's been steady as she goes for Les Patriotes, and 18 Desjardins. We've said his name a couple of times thus far, and we're just in the 10th minute of play. So good for the experienced Patriot player to assert himself on proceedings.
Not sure if sorry Bart, if Desjardins is cut or he was sent off by a referee Schwanger. So now collecting. Lions, both teams using their keepers well early. Trying to pick that one up was Principato, and he'll draw the call there. And that'll go against Gamarui. Lions now. OUA runner-up. Come in as the 8th seed in this national championship tournament. 5 national titles under their belt. Second amongst the teams here this weekend, only trailing the UBC Thunderbirds. Principato.
That's Lamy, a little aggressive.
And quickly to it, the Lions. Across, still loose. High there in the face of Bianchi was Raposo. Right back the Lions. Early control here. Slight edge for the OUA outfit. And now back Ramirez with some room. Calvin Ramirez uses keeper Pantaleo. Now some room galloping forward, laid off there by Condello, number 13. Changes the field, finds Ramirez. Ramirez has plenty of room, keeps it on the deck forward, finding Aparicio. Now in the middle of the All-Canadian, Zeppiari laid it off nicely. Hendricks. Battle there. And they've come together a couple of times. That's once again Raposo and Principato. You thought it was going over to the Patriot, but it'll stay with the Lions. Poked forward, first to it, the Patriot, but headed forward there, Principato. And now trying to get off to the races is Desjardins, trying to send Abassi, who again had that big strike. The freshman up front showed himself well against the Capers, and again had that big goal.
And for the Lions, Ramirez, number 4, has sniffed out any dangerous play by Les Patriots. And it's been hard for them to gain any sort of momentum.
Juggling it there a little bit, but collecting and clearing was Ramirez, again looking solid, and DI. That's Babagar, DI. Patriot now. Patient. And don't forget, you can watch the 2023 U Sports Women's Soccer Championship taking place this weekend at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. You can catch all the action live on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca.
So that was clipped by a York defender. And now Les Patriotes will have their first corner of the afternoon.
Lamy over to take it again, who had the penalty kick marker for UQTR last night. He and Abassi were the goal scorers in that rally. Lamy curls it in nicely.
Good header.
And getting a piece of it, but it went out the back door. And unable to catch up with it. There you see Thomas Sear.
And I believe that was NDI, who climbed higher than the rest to collect that. And it's a well-directed header, just slightly wide of the mark, but he'll be putting York on alert not to concede those corners.
And back to collect the Sear, who was up front there on the corner kick. Back in his position. Bounding ball now and way out of his crease. And luckily didn't get caught there, as good work to poke it by was Lamy. Gets it back. Patriot headed away smartly there by Maverick Wright. Getting the start here for the Lions this afternoon. Patriot takeover. Sear over and finding his mate Gamarui. We have a player down calling. There's a referee, Schwanger, calling for some attention here. There you get a good look of Babagar and DI in the starting lineup.
Yes, he's asserted himself on proceedings.
Canada's top university runners head to London, Ontario in the historic Tammuz Valley Golf Course for the 2023 U Sports Men's and Women's Cross Country Championships on Sunday. The women's race, noon Eastern, the men's at 1 p.m. Eastern, and you can get all the exclusive coverage beginning Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca.
Just to finish up the point on NDI, we saw with the header off the corner kick, the stout defensive play. We'll see if that can somewhat give Les Patriotes some momentum. And the momentum, as we've seen, it can come from anywhere on the pitch. It doesn't just have to be a forward taking a good shot. Sometimes it's good defensive play that will give a teammate an extra ounce of power, an extra yard of pace.
So off that drop ball, turned over to the Lions. Lions, good possession here. Aparicio. Over on that far side. Lions have had plenty of possession, but haven't been able to penetrate the Patriot D to any great extent. And now on the near side, Condello ahead, looking for it was Hendricks. Lead it off and now collect it. Principato. In the middle, there's the all-Canadian Zeppiari. Carter. All on the perimeter here at this point by the Lions. Shot blocked there on the cross. But still with it, the Lions now. Zeppiari. Lovely ball to Condello. Condello. Up Principato. Avoiding his defender. Zeppiari. Good lead up front there. Chiquilo. Zeppieri, good again. Extended control here. And putting in his Maverick right. But again, nothing forward towards Le Charité. And off the turnover now, the Patriot look to get to the attack. Good first touch in the middle, and now it's LaPlante. LaPlante took that feed from Lamy. Good ball redirected there by Guavin. And over on that far side, Raposo, and now off for a run down the far sideline. Crossed and poked away by Pantaleo. Now in the counter-attack, the Lions. No score, 19 minutes in. Again, a spot in the Consolation final on the line here against the St. FX X-Men. Zeppieri being hounded, still with it. Boivin. And on the back line, there's rock-solid Ramirez again. He's joined there deceptively so far by Maverick Wright. The big man, and nice ball ahead by Wright. Crossed in, intercepted. But the Lions continue to press and cause the turnover.
Great work by Principato.
Principato still in a battle there. Good shield against LaPlante. And now Zeppieri. The very patient first team All-Canadian. Found Wright, the big left foot. No one on the end of it other than LaPlante, and he'll let it roll out the touch for a throw-in. We'll see that run from moments ago. That was Desjardins poked away by Pantaleo.
Yes, he was perhaps a little deep in the crease there. Not quite a confident punch. But the Lions did well to clear their lines quickly.
More a quick jab by Pantaleo, who gets the start today. Alessio Carbone was the keeper yesterday for the Lions. Now Les Patriots. LaPlante. Sear on that back line. Gets it over. Finds a Suyak. Now in the middle. Abassi, lovely lead ball there, and on the end of it, Les Patriots to the middle, but losing it.
Again, Zeppieri steps in.
Tough luck there for Gamarui. Once again, the York D. Principato. Lays it off now, some room for Condello. Who'll get it back to his stout defender. That's Ramirez. Calvin Ramirez. Once again, it's Pantaleo. Forward, but unable to catch up to it. So a turnover here. See if the UQTR could take advantage on that far side. A Suyat. DI. LaPlante. Finds his man there. Raposo. And now a Suyat. Raposo sends it sky high up to get it again as the Suyat. Now a battle there. Bianchi trying to come free with it. And then chopped down was Desjardins. And DI now with some room. And DI. Lovely ball with the left foot to LaPlante. LaPlante crosses it. But Wright is there to head it away. And then on the follow-up, Desjardins.
And so Wright, a great clearance there. And earlier on in that passage, though UQTR did get the ball back, right, looking to play the ball on the deck when he gets it. So good positive play. You don't want to, especially with your back line, you don't want them just booming the ball out, because it obviously the ball is probably going to come right back at you, and it also has maybe the midfielders or the forwards thinking, well, they don't want us to get the ball on the deck. So good positive play by 19 right for the Lions.
Aparicio, a good idea there, but it was intercepted by Sear, the stout defender. And poke back down, they'll use Le Charité. Again, this every so often that sun starts to poke out, pardon me. And again, we have the wind starting to get a little harder and crisper here at Nest Timmins Field. As LaPlante trying to chase it down, kept it alive, but just enough to...
He's been a great target for the back four of Les Patriotes.
CBC TV is the home for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the best in university football action Saturday, November 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. Galloping off now, Principato in a battle there with the big man in DI. And now in the middle, collected smartly and laid off there by Boyavin.
Yes, and he came on last night and had a great impact on the game. Thinks the game really well, knows where to be, and he can lurk, which can be dangerous, because after a point you stop thinking about him, and then that's when he strikes, and that goes just over the bar by Abbasi.
And he was called on the offside. There you get a look at Pedro Aparicio for the Lions. And now their keeper, Pantaleo, will start things again. Pantaleo up into that wind. It's in his face at this point. And now off the turnover, can the Lions make something happen? Tardo. And the offside flag snaps up as Chiquilo tried to get in there for a shot.
And it just looked like he had a bit of trouble getting the ball to settle before he could put boot to ball.
DI. Sear. Now a Suyat into the middle. Little heavy touch for Lamy. Tough ball there, and it ended up with Zeppieri. And now back the other way, but coughed back up by the Lions. Picking it up there, Gamarui. Trying to get it back to his defender there, Suyat. Tickets for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup in Kingston, Ontario begin at $20. Order your tickets to the biggest football game of the season by visiting vaniercup.com or by scanning the QR code on your screen. And trying to catch Pantaleo off his line there was Boyavin.
So just a few minutes ago, we saw number 3, Di Matteo, come onto the pitch. He started last night. And he's back at left back.
Pantaleo again up into that wind, and not the kick he wanted. I think the wind certainly didn't help, so I think if that continues to pick up, the team going left to right in your screen will have to start rethinking balls in the air. And now Zeppieri, lovely touch there to settle it for the Lions. And that was the aforementioned Di Matteo. And now NDI. Bangs it off Aparicio. Seppiari, Aparicio. Challenging DI. And DI.
Heavy challenge.
Aparicio goes down heavily. And now off to the races, off the counterattack. Here comes the Patriot. But Desjardins couldn't get it ahead cleanly. So the Lions tighten up there, and now they bring it the other direction. Laid off, there's Aparicio back to his feet. Good cross to the top of the box, trying to get control of it there, but unable to come up with it. There's Chiquilo.
Will be a York throw-in.
Up to about 29 minutes into this one, no score. Again, the winner punches their ticket to a date for the Consolation crown tomorrow against Saint FX, who defeated the Carleton Ravens earlier today to secure that spot at the end of the season for the Ravens, and it will be so for the loser of this one. And now, again, wide on that far side, deflect it, and now it'll end up with LaPlante. Finds Raposo. Cleared and bringing it the other direction. Trying to get off the races is Tardo. Aparicio tangled up with LaPlante. Keeps possession. Tardo. Brings it to the middle, lays it off. Aparicio once again, and now the All-Canadian Zeppieri. That was Di Matteo. And now on that far side, looking for some room. Di Matteo into the box. It's loose. Tardo couldn't come up with it, and then it's cleared and way out of his net once again. Pantaleo to start it back in the other direction, finding Condello. Lions looking for that opening goal. Oh, wow. A series of moves there by Di Matteo. And there's a shot off the crossbar.
Oh.
And a second one.
Check out Stevens Hot Dogs.
And we'll have a look here at our replay. There was a series of moves, and it came loose. I believe it was Aparicio. No, number 11. Tardo whistled it off the crossbar. And then the follow-up was sailed over the crossbar for a goal kick for La Charité.
It's great skill and concentration, as he had very little time or space to release that shot. He was well covered.
Coming into the fray now for Les Patriots. Jotanovic. Danny Jotanovic in number 15. So golden opportunity there in the great first run, showing his skill with his feet by Chiquilo, as he zigged and zagged his way through a couple of UQTR defenders. So that's our best scoring chance of the bunch so far, off the crossbar by Tardo. And now UQTR looks to answer. And DI being chased around there. Great work. Principato on that battle. There's the initial strike. And there, Tardo got away from a couple of defenders and whistled it off the bar over.
Very much the inside of the bar.
La Charité, so we're that close.
And great work by Chiquilo on that run. He was touched, shall we say, just as he came into the 18-yard box, but knew that it wasn't heavy enough. Didn't go down, kept going, found Tardo, and that was a great chance for the York Lions to go up by a goal.
LaPlante back for NDI. Back to it are the Lions. Attardo, who had that golden opportunity moments ago, tries to send it through for Aparicio. Battle here. Gamarui.
Yes.
Lost it, and then he got called for the grab and trying to recover. And again, some fine work by Chiquilo. And we'll have a free kick here from a dangerous area for the Lions. And now our referee having a chat here. I think it's with Gamarui after that call. Now teeing it up, Ramirez. Actually, it's Zippereri. So a big chance here for the Lions to get on the board. They've already ring one off the crossbar.
And the man lying down. But
and that sailed over the bar, Zeppieri.
Give a good look here at Jatanovic. Just try to shore up the midfield. Principato has had a bit of dominance, and we see Zeppieri, number 10, also move further forward.
Off the turnover, Bianchi was in there along with Principato. Wright climbs the ladder over the top of Abassi. They're gonna get the call to Abassi.
Yeah.
Lions right back to it. Last few minutes, field a little tilted to their side. And DI. Up the gut looking for Lamy, didn't connect. And DI, the big man, gets it back. Showed great footwork there, and then the left footer, but it'll make it all the way to Pantaleo before Abassi could catch up with it. And now right over to the far side. That was Di Matteo. And now, again, darting his way free for the Lions was Chiquilo. So Chiquilo's been a shining star so far for the Lions. And that was Bianchi. Back, Zeppieri. Zeppieri weaves his way forward, lays it off. That was Di Matteo. He'll change the field nicely. Ramirez. Lovely first touch there, trying to control it though, was Principato, and then he gets called for clipping down his opponent on that play, Lamy. So now DI. And we'll remind you, tickets for the rest of this 2023 U Sports Pro Decay Soccer Championship presented by Bell here in Sydney. You can get them by visiting usports.ca/tickets or by scanning the QR code on your screen. Now, Le Charité. Still scoreless. Nice ball forward there by Raposo. Can the Patria get some offense going? Lamy tries to weave it through for LaPlante. Just the angle wasn't quite there for LaPlante to come on to it.
And LaPlante has done well on that flank. Keeps himself available for the ball, but that's the second time that the pass hasn't been quite precise enough. And we'll give credit to the York defenders for taking away those good passing lanes. But it's definitely a tactic that UQTR should continue with. LaPlante has a great first touch and a good ball in.
More good work there by the Lions. Chiquilo. Cross. Aparicio. Bianchi tries to corral it, finally comes up with it. Lays it off there. Good work by Principato to find the open man, Di Matteo. Unable to corral a turtle. And then spinning and clipped down Zeppieri.
But it's going against Les Patriotes. And Ciar is in some discomfort.
Both players down heavily.
Yes, Zeppieri.
And down for the Patriots is Sear. Sear, who's been a rock-solid defender both days for UQTR, and he'll get some attention here as we get up to over the 39th minute in this one scoreless. Again, our best scoring chance coming from Attardo of the York Lions, squarely off the crossbar as we get a look at some of the supporters for these teams in this consolation matchup at Ness Timmins Field. The road to the Canada Life Vanier Cup continues this week on CBC.ca with coverage of the OUA Yates Cup Championship Saturday at 1 p.m. The OUA champs will play the RSEU champions Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern in the 2023 UTEC Bowl from either Laval or Montreal. The road to the Canada Life Vanier Cup in the 2023 UTEC Bowl next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca.
Yeah, so this free kick in quite tight. Not really enough. Well, for me anyway, not a lot of space to do the curl and have it come back.
Zeppieri gets it back, lays it off, but overall good defending there, and then finally cleared by Abassi.
And I think that's a clever free kick, because you put that in the air, it's 99 times out of 100 it's going over the bar. So you just put it into some feet, cause some chaos, and see what might ensue.
Lions now with possession. Ramirez. Soft pass that did make it to Wright, but it was a dangerous one. And now Wright, Maverick Wright, up the field. Bianchi trying to chase it down, but Sear, who's back to his feet and looks okay. Oh, nice ball through there. Attardo centers it for Bianchi. But a great defensive play there by Suyat.
That will go against the Lions, but yes, great work here. Once again, Principato, a deft pass. Attardo. Angle was too tight, puts it in to Bianchi.
Di Matteo lays it off nicely. Top of the box, squirts loose, but gets by Aparicio. And now LaPlante lays it off. Asuyat. Up that far side. Nice ball and able to track it down there is Lamy. Tries to cross it in to find Abassi. Lamy gets it back. Again, trying to find Abassi. And now LaPlante. And DI up in the play. The big left footer. Floats it in, but off his line to grab it there. Pantaleo. He bowls it out. Finds his mate Condello. Now Ramirez once again. Patrolling that back end. But taking over are the Patriots here. Trying to poke it through there. Deflects off the line, so some real estate gained here. LaPlante quick throw in. And DI trying to get around his defender, and he does. He and Principato have been battling. There's the obvious size difference, but Principato hasn't backed down from Ndii. That was Bianchi. Right. Just impeded enough there by Desjardins. Right. Tried to feather it through. No one could come up with it, and Sear takes over. Up to about the 43-minute mark here in our opening half of our second Consolation semifinal. LaPlante trying to get a step. There's another one of those jersey tugs I've been talking about. And it's play on Aparicio. Raposo trying to change the field, but it hops over Bertrand and clipped. We'll see it here, LaPlante. Aparicio. You'll see with the left hand, pretty pronounced.
Yeah, that's puzzling. Because we have seen that enough.
And we saw a couple in our final quarterfinal last night between Mount Royal and York. Left-footed forward. Attardo trying to gather it. Aparicio. But back the other way. 1 minute of
play on advantage.
Extra time tacked on here. Close quarters. Trying to get turned there was Attardo, lays it off. Charging in there was Aparicio. Taking over Les Patriots. Ndii now. Pokes it forward with the left foot, trying. Lamy gets knocked off the ball. Actually, that was Desjardins. Number 18. Bianchi takes over. Lays it off there for Condello. Again, we're into our minute of extra time, probably halfway home in that. Zippieri. Blocked. And then Ndii, that's our halftime whistle, as Ndii, as both those men get nose to nose here at the end of the half. Ndii tangled up with Aparicio. And now our referee is going to have a chat with both men here as we wrap up the opening half here of Consolation semifinal number 2 at CBU. And we're scoreless. And again, there you have a look at our score. The battle between the OUA runners-up, RSEQ champion Patriot. We're going to step aside here for a bit. We'll be back with some halftime highlights here. Our second Consolation final, York and UQTR are scoreless. You're watching the 2023 U Sports Proto Case Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell on cbcsports.ca.
Voici les candidats pour le prix de l'entraîneur ou l'entraîneuse de l'année Fox 40 U Sport. The nominees for the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Soccer Coach of the Year are du Sport Universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Fran Kennedy, Université Saint-Francis-Xavier, St. FX University. Du Réseau du Sport étudiant du Québec, from the RSEQ, Pat Raimondo, Université de Montréal, University of Montreal. Des Sports Universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Marcelo Plata, Université Carleton University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Larry Stefanik, Université de Victoria, University of Victoria. Le lauréat ou la lauréate du prix de l'entraîneur ou l'entraîneuse de l'année Fox 40 U Sport est, the winner of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year is Pat Raimondo, Université de Montréal, University of Montreal. Les candidats pour le prix de l'engagement communautaire U-Sport sont the nominees for the U-Sports Men's Soccer Community Service Award are du sport universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Luke Berryman, Université Dalhousie University. Du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec, from the RSEQ, David Harrison, Université de Sherbrooke, University of Sherbrooke. Des sports universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Alexander Domingos, Université de Nipissing University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Chris Lee, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, UBC. Le lauréat du prix de l'engagement communautaire est the winner of the U-Sports Community Service Award is Luke Berryman, Université Dalhousie University. The nominees for the 2023 Lou Bielek Award for the U Sports Men's Soccer Rookie of the Year are en nomination pour le prix Lou Bielek décerné à la recrue de l'année 2023 en soccer masculin, du sport universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Isaac Van Wyschen, Université Saint-Francis Xavier, St. FX University. Du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec, from the RSEQ, Maxime Bourgeois, Université de Sherbrooke, University of Sherbrooke. Des sports universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Michael Maslanka, Université de Toronto, University of Toronto. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Brennan First, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, UBC. Le lauréat du prix Lou Bielek en tant que recrue de l'année en soccer masculin U-Sport est the winner of the Lou Bielek Award as U-Sports Men's Soccer Rookie of the Year is Brennan First, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, UBC.
It was my greatest thrill when we just stood still. You let me hold your hand till I had my fill. Help you to see you through.
Whatever life looks like to you, we're here for it. For life as you know it. Insurance, investments, advice. Canada Life.
The nominees for the 2023 Joe Johnson Award as the U Sports Men's Soccer Player of the Year are en nomination pour le prix Joe Johnson décerné à l'athlète de l'année en soccer masculin U-Sport, du sport universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Kyle Cordero, Université Saint-Francis Xavier, St. FX University. Du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec, from the RSEQ, Gregory David, Université du Québec à Montréal, UQAM. Des sports universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Omar Marzouk, Université Ontario Tech University. Et de l'Association Ouest canadienne, from Canada West, Sebastian Jakowski, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, UBC. Le lauréat du prix Joe Johnson décerné au joueur de l'année en soccer masculin U-Sport est the winner of the Joe Johnson Award as the 2023 U-Sports Player of the Year in men's soccer is Sebastian Jakowski, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, UBC.
Welcome back to the 2023 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell and major sponsor Protocase from Sydney, Cape Breton University. We're at the half of our second consolation semifinals. You see some of the highlights of the opening half and our scoreless tie.
First shot there by Principato. Just goes slightly over the bar, and that was perhaps the best chance by Zappiari, Corey.
Other than the crossbar we'll see that one a little later, a Tardo. But certainly in terms of scoring chances, the best have gone. Patriot had some success down that right flank in the opening half, but no real five alarm. There's a Tardo. And that's the free kick you mentioned that smartly, not just slamming it into the wall or over it by Zappieri. There's a Tardo, another one looking for Bianchi. And Zappieri again. And there was the end of the half clash between Ndi and the two players, Aparicio, neither backing off. They had a talkie to by our referee at the half. So we'll step aside. We're about ready for the second half of this one. The winner plays the St. FX X-Men tomorrow. The loser, their season ends. Scoreless at the half, UQTR in York. You're watching the 2023 Protocase U Sports Men's Soccer Championships presented by Bell on cbcsports.ca.
What's wrong?
I dreamt we had cable internet.
Oh, sweetie. We've always had cable internet.
Once you're used to Bell Pure Fiber Internet, anything else is terrifying.
Who's gonna crush the bake sale tomorrow, huh?
Us.
Yeah. Is that the sugar you've been using?
Yep.
You put it in the cookies?
Yep.
The cupcakes?
Yep.
The brownies?
Yep.
Not the snickerdoodles.
Yep, everything.
From our bakery to your table. So be it, Sobeys.
importe à quoi ressemble votre vie, vous pouvez compter sur nous. Pour la vie comme vous la vivez. Assurance, placement, conseil. Canada Vie.
Unbelievable! History has repeated itself!
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
It starts with a collective vision, a shared history, a bold dream. It's full of hope and prosperity for an entire island. It's built on a fusion of culture, collaboration, and ambition. A future of our own making, by our own hand. Full of new ideas, innovation, and wonder. Together, we create unprecedented opportunities. Together, we build a sustainable way forward.
Welcome back, folks, to the 2023 Proto Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell here at Cape Breton University in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Corey LeBlanc along with you, Bart Sears as well for the second Consolation semifinal. Scoreless as we start the second half. The York Lions, the 8th seed, OUA runners-up in the red and white trim. The number 4 seed and RSEQ champion, UQTR Patriot, in the white and orange trim. Again, we're underway. Second half, no score. The winner will go up against St. FX for the Consolation title, if you will, tomorrow. And one of the 3 teams that'll, you want to end your season on a winning note if you can. I think that's what kind of motivates one in the Consolation round, Bart.
To be sure, and at a quarterfinal at a national championship, it's a 50-50 game, and because you lose one game, your first game, doesn't mean that there's an awful lot to play for.
And the seedings are so tough. That chance by Zeppieri, but didn't get quite a lot of mustard on it. It was easily corralled by Pantaleo, or I'm sorry, Le Charité. Pantaleo, of course, is Zeppieri's keeper for the Lions, and now there is Zeppieri. Feathers it forward, lovely ball there to Chiquilo. Chiquilo's been very effective for the Lions in this one. Chasing that down. Chiquilo, and he'll get a throw in deep as he bangs it off Desjardins.
And at the half, just the one substitute, we'll see the return of number 26 for the York Lions. That is Bradbury. And he will spell number 6, Bianchi.
Now LaPlante on that far side in this half. Chasing down, had some trouble with it, puts it back to NDI. Headed forward. Bradbury. Chases it down, Bradbury. Good work on the back check there by Lalonde, who's in the lineup. Simeon Lalonde. Oh, and a save there by Le Charité.
And wouldn't go out behind the goal line. Chiquilo gave that an awful lot of time.
Oh, and Di Matteo on a nice little nifty feed there by Principato.
Great early pressure.
And there,
Principato forces the punch out.
And again, the Lions have certainly had the, no pun intended, the lion's share of the opportunities here to score in this one so far. But we saw the quick strike ability of the Patriot last night against the Capers. And now they look to get to the offense. LaPlante on that far side. Feathers it forward, finding Raposo. LaPlante. And now Lamy. Lamy lays it off here. Top of the box. That was the Suyat, but Lions take over. A Suyat Lovely little flick over, finding his mate Raposo. And now LaPlante on the far side. Raposo. A Suyat. And he'll use his keeper, La Charité. Charité.
Hasn't been shy to come out when called upon.
Lamy, good battle there and able to get it some way to Raposo. And now in DI. Nice ball forward there, finding Jotanovic. Sear. Who uses keeper La Charité. Charité gets it back. Being eyed by the York attackers. Trying to get turned around. And that call, good work there in close quarters by Gamarui.
And picking up the Le Patriote substitutions, number 7, Bertrand is in, as well as number 20, Lalonde.
And DI, the big left footer, puts it forward. First in the air, though, was Zeppieri. And now settled, and DI will get it back from Raposo. And again, Le Charité. Les Patriotes unafraid to use their keeper, but now it's coughed up. The Lions looking to take advantage of the turnover. A battle there, Suyat. And now coming away with it and off to the races is Bertrand. Bertrand, neck and neck. Good recovery and retreat defensively by Di Matteo. And DI took that feed from Jotanovic. LaPlante crosses it, it's loose. And uncoiling there to get a shot away was Lalonde, but it sailed high and wide.
And we should remind the York fans, UQTR down 2 goals at the half. Storm back with 2. So they are very much a 90-minute team. And though they might be down either play-wise or on the score line, they've got great mental resilience and a deep bench as well.
And that was a 2-0 deficit against a very partisan Caper
Yes.
crowd, of course, here at home, and a loud one. And they showed resiliency to get back to a side and get it all the way to penalty kicks. But it was the Daniel Clark show and the shooters of the Capers who went 4 for 4. And Clark with 2 sensational saves was the difference. And we'll see that previous chance, LaPlante left foots it in. And finally gathering it was Lalonde, but couldn't settle it with the left foot.
And Wright got a bit of a talking to for giving Lalonde a bit too much space to uncoil.
Collision there, Principato.
Lalonde a bit too aggressive.
Right ahead, and coming up gingerly there was Lalonde, Simeon Lalonde. And you can see him there, but trying to shake it off. Bertrand. It's tough sledding here so far. That was Desjardins trying to make a run. There's Bertrand. Now Sear. La Charité, he's not just sitting back on his goal line in his 6-yard box.
No.
He wants to be in the play. La Charité, Sear.
And if to his credit, if he comes out, it's one less player that has to be in a defensive position, and you have one more target.
Patriot now. Smartly taking his place. Asuya, but and frustrated with himself there, Lalonde. As he tried to flick it over to Bertrand, but it wasn't even close. Asuya sky high, and it'll go out the touch for a throw in.
And as we've mentioned, Corey, there are of course always lulls in a 90-minute game, but it doesn't mean that you yourself go into a lull. You need to be switched on, because at any particular moment the seas might part for you, and there'll be a chance for a scoring opportunity, and one that you hope to take.
Off to the races now. Lalonde feathers it. Lalonde! And just missed. He took another feed there and tested Pantaleo. And the feed coming there, feathered in nicely. It's two of the bench players. Tanavish laid it off for Lalonde. So a couple of chances for Lalonde here early in the second half, about 10 minutes in.
He's a great target man, good height, soft touch on the ball, and
Bertrand laid off, quick strike there, trying to catch Pantaleo, pardon me. Banged out the touch there. That was Di Matteo. And he'll take the throw in here in the 55th minute. Bertrand, the first header, and then flicked forward. And then right back to Raposo. Raposo, Bertrand. Bertrand, and he's going to get the call from behind. So a free kick chance here. See what the Patriot might have cooked up.
And any number of target players, NDI. Lalonde has had a couple of great chances, and seeing Assuyat's the center backs will jump up. So danger here for the Lions. An efficient clear is a must.
Good work there now, Bertrand. Bertrand. And angled by Principato, and then lost it at a bounce. So Pantaleo. Heavy first touch there, tough, but regaining it. Determined there were the Lions. And DI. The big man in another battle there, Principato. They came nose to nose at the end of the first half. They've been battling throughout.
Good shoulder to shoulder action there as well.
It was actually Aparicio with the nose to nose, but in the battle, in the fray in the first half as well was Principato with NDI, and now Les Patriots. Bertrand, who's come out strongly here in the second, and they're going to say a handball.
Yes. Just
there.
Skipped up.
Tough luck there for Desjardins. Yeah. We'll see the play here. Bertrand trying to find Desjardins, and as he tried to settle it, it struck his hand.
His hand was in tight, and you could argue, well, that's ball to hand rather than hand to ball, but when it's in the 18-yard box like that, the referee has no choice but to blow the whistle.
Bertrand has been around the ball, as I said, for first 17, 18 minutes of this half, and now he's defending. Trying Chiquilo, who's had an active shift here so far. Di Matteo, there he is.
Yes, didn't start, but came on quite early, and has once again put in a very good shift.
La Charité, again, who's been quite involved for the Patriot, and now trying to get going offensively. Muscling free, trying to get by. Jotanovic. And down on the play, and that is Jotanovic.
And he's added a lot to this match.
Don't forget, you can watch the 2023 U Sports Women's Soccer Championship, hosted by Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. Same dates. We're in the semifinal and consolation rounds today. It'll continue till Sunday's gold medal match in Kingston. Watch live on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. Trying to get free. Sear! And a big right-hand save by Pantaleo.
And Bertrand just puts that over. Is Tardo very good defensively.
Sear frustrated. And we'll see it here. He got free by Wright again. But a big save. That's by far his best by Pantaleo. Looking to make his way is Gabriel Louvasseur for Les Patriotes. And out on the far side, I believe it's LaPlante who was playing that far side, and we'll try to catch his number as he makes his way back around the track to the Patriot bench. Nifty footwork there by Aparicio, but unable to maintain the possession was Chiquilo. Desjardins, a good run here. Desjardins crosses it, far post, too far, no one there. And now back the other way, but coughed up. Unforced error there by Condello. And now Bertrand, lovely first touch, crosses it far post. And Lalonde's gonna get called for climbing up the back and the push on Ramirez, and it was Samuel Laplante who's making his way finally back to his bench. And again, in for him was Louvasseur, number 14.
That was a brilliant ball in by Bertrand.
And now Di Matteo. 61 minutes into this one. And we'll remind you, although we have a long way to go, I'm not pushing things, but in the consolation round, no 2 15-minute overtime halves. It's directly to penalty kicks if we're tied at the end of regulation. And that entanglement, Zeppieri and Desjardins. And Zeppieri kind of a wry smile when the call went against him as he popped to his feet. La Charité.
We wouldn't expect anything else, Corey.
And push forward. He's kind of make a hockey parallel. He's a Ron Hextall-esque who like the one that pops to mind from the A's that like to roam around out of his net. Or maybe to really go back, a Greg Millen, now a broadcaster. You could see him anywhere on the ice. And now Bertrand. Bertrand trying to find the seam. But nice work there by Di Matteo. Shawnee Black, there the head coach of Les Patriotes, encouraging his side. Again, the winner of this one makes tomorrow's consolation final at 1 p.m. Atlantic time versus the St. FX X-Men. It's the end of the season for the losing team. Jockeying for position off the throw-in by Lalonde. And now the Lions trying to get off on the counter-attack. Lalonde, though, retreats, trying to chase down Attardo. And he wins that battle. Again, a little tug of the... I think we got that jersey tug. We got one. Bart...
You're buying the round, Corey.
Yeah, mark the time and the... And again, we've been very supportive of the officiating, and it has been sharp in the first couple of days, but one boogaboo is that there's been 3 or 4 and that wasn't as blatant as some of the others, but we get the call there. Bertrand crossed. Good work to climb the ladder there to clear it away by Ramirez, and that's no surprise. Key defender for the Lions. And DI top of the box. Ramirez once again. A brave header there, and now trying to track it down with Suya. Head it. Good directional header there. Trying to find his mate. And that, the initial play, that was Zeppi, or no, it was actually Attardo. Canada's top university runners head to London and the historic Tamus Valley Golf Course for the 2023 U Sports Men's and Women's Cross Country Championships. That's on Sunday, November 12th, noon Eastern for the women, 1 p.m. Eastern for the men. And you can catch all the action starting at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. So back to the action, Di Matteo and Ramirez. Ramirez with some room, knifed forward. A chance here and a save by Le Charité, diving to his left. I don't think maybe the velocity that the strike there would have wanted to. Oh, and down goes the, and we'll see the shot here.
Yeah, Bradbury got rid of that quickly. He had to, but got next to nothing on it.
So Charité with the save, and there is Bradbury. And DI carded here. And down, can't pick up the number of the Lion player. Now both sides in discussion with our referee Ryan Schwenger, pardon me. And it's the first team All-Canadian Zeppieri. Slow to get up now with some assistance from the training staff of the Lions, and he's trying to get loose here. Zeppieri.
And he'll have to come in from the sideline. A good pushback for the Lions the last couple of minutes. The field has been tilted in the second half in favor of Les Patriotes.
And there's one of the men that's helped do it. As I think, yeah, you were just going to say at the end, Bertrand. It was, I think, you give the opening half overall to York, and then UQTR come out, as you said, but in the last couple of minutes, and that last chance for Bradbury. So we'll see now, 67 minutes in, how things unfold here in the last 25 minutes or so. Good run, trying to feather it through for Lalonde. It was a good look, but just didn't connect. That was Jotanovic. There's NDI, who just got carded moments ago, that big left footer. And there's Lalonde. He's been around the ball throughout the second half. He gets called there.
I think they've caught on to the tugs.
And there's good Frank Ross Di Matteo, who's had some good minutes off the bench. Here he is. As the rain getting another one of our showers here. And now the Lions, some room.
But yes, offside.
And it was the All-Canadian Di Matteo was trying to find Zeppieri. There's a look at Bradbury. And now Les Patriots, Sear. Bertrand, that sails over his head. Tough touch there by Raposo, and he acknowledges it to Bertrand, his mate. And now Chiquilo in tight. Oh, and a sliding defensive play. A Suyat, but it will be a corner. Oh, they're actually going to say it deflected off. It must have been Chiquilo.
Yeah, that's a tough call against York, I think.
And now Patriot in the showers here in Sydney. A scoreless tie in our second consolation semifinal. Again, the winner tomorrow will finish off their season with a chance to finish with a victory against the Santa FX X-Men. The end of the season for the losing side. Top of the box, a turtle. La Charité made sure they're diving, poked it out of harm's way. And now they Patriot and DI sailed one. Unable to chase it down was Levasseur, pardon me. And DI dangerous there, and you can see we're getting, again, we had about a heavy shower for about 15 minutes or so in our first quarterfinal. Now we're getting another sprinkling. We do have some clear skies around, so hopefully they'll blow over again. And now Pantaleo. Right. And they're going to call Desjardins for going through Principato. And now Desjardins going to get a talking to. And here was the scoring opportunity. Chiquilo, Attardo, and then
going wide.
And now battle back the other way. Chiquilo, right. You see the sun trying to make its way out here. Sun shower, we used to call them. And that's one right here. Bright sun, lots of rain as the teams get up into the 70th minute here. Right.
Di Matteo.
And now Chiquilo.
Just a decoy.
Top of the box, little poke back to Chiquilo. And he and La Charité both go down.
I think the ref was going to let them play on, but
both went down.
Yes.
It was, they seemed to kind of sideswipe each other, but both. And there was Chiquilo by Sear. Oh, and it may have been both their heads maybe catching each other, although the Charité looks like he's grabbing it. Now he's gesturing towards the lower back, so.
And both players only had eyes for the ball. And Chiquilo was down quite low.
And there's some brave Patriot fans there. CBC TV is your home for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the best in university football action Saturday, November 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and cbcsports.ca. La Charité, so he's okay back. Both players back to their feet. Right. Trying to settle it. Levasseur on that far side against Wright. Wright kept him in his sights. Will be a Patriot throw in here as the shower, as quickly as it started, looks like it's subsided. York will go back to their bench, bringing back Jordan Hendricks. And it's Chiquilo who's been effective here in his run for this one. Got the start, so good effort by Chiquilo. Hendricks is back. Off the throw in. Patriot will take it again. Levasseur.
Just going to say the pendulum is, the momentum pendulum as one has swung toward the Lions.
Di Matteo. Back. Not quite the touch Wright wanted. Now it's the steady Ramirez. unable to corral it there was Aparicio. So Patriot the other way. And that call is going to go against the All-Canadian Zepieri. So free kick here for the Lions. 74th minute, no score. It goes without saying a goal here with less than 20 minutes left, more or less, would loom large. Although we've seen some late ones so far in our first couple of days. And trying to walk into that one was Desjardins, but no chance. Tickets for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup in Kingston, Ontario begin at $20. Order your tickets to the biggest football game of the year by visiting vaniercup.com or by scanning the QR code on your screen. So Patriot now. That was Levasseur.
The referee halts proceedings.
Almost like a half flurry out there now. Yes, if you wait for the weather, it'll change. Here in Cape Breton, that's certainly true this time of year, and we can't, as far as the weather's gone the first couple of days here, I think there'll be too many complaints. Suya. And now Desjardins could control it back the other way. Trying to get off to the races are the Lions. Hendricks, fresh legs in there, but lost it. Now Lalonde. Nice ball. Bertrand, who's been involved throughout in the second half. Bertrand, but that first touch, Jotanovic, a lot heavy, and he lost it. And now Zepieri. He was battling Desjardins. Rain, sun. So it looks like coming out is Jotanovic. And in the lineup is Waugh, number 24. See the glare in the turf now with the reappearance of the sun.
Quite the sheen.
Close quarters there, Raposo and Waugh. There he is just in the lineup. Waugh away with it. Pokes it forward. Out of his net. Pantaleo.
Off his line. And Waugh's
been
5 or 6 touches. He had to throw it in, and then he's basically had three of the 4 touches since that shot. So good to get yourself involved early on. Just get that extra bit of confidence. Find you're at the pace of the game.
Sliding play, it's still there, but unable to chase it down.
And that's almost been the story of this match, Corey, is there's been some decent passes, but for both teams, they've been about a yard off, and it's been hard for teams to either build up the play or get, 3 or 4 good chances in a short span of time, if you will.
And a really quality finish opportunity. See,
yes.
Maybe something here. Feathered through, nice diving defensive play there. I think it was actually number 9. It was Lamy.
Come back to see if he's come back to the right back position, usually in the heart of things in midfield.
Lofted in, up to get it though was Sear. 20 yards out, laid off. Chance here, Di Matteo. And I don't know if he was trying to change his mind. I think he tried to poke it through for a Tardo rather than take the strike. And that'll be Sear and his keeper, the Charité. Bang forward. Tangled up there, play on.
Yes, advantage being played. Right into the mitts.
The Charité. Waugh, who's been right into the mix here.
It's been a one-man band.
Suyat. Patriot turn it over. Hendricks.
All ball.
Now Bradbury. Bradbury. Close quarters here, he and Di Matteo. Now Hendricks. Hendricks trying to get turned. Lays it off there. Zeppieri. Tough opportunity even for a first team All-Canadian there, although it is deflected, so it'll work out well here. A corner kick chance. Is there some magic here for the Lions? Zeppieri. First team All-Canadian. Can he help bring his team to tomorrow's consolation final? Definitely not what he wanted there, I don't think, and it'll be a throw in. And he'll take it quickly. And he'll get it back. Good work there in close quarters by Aparicio. And now Ramirez, rock solid back there for the Lions. Di Matteo left foots it. Oh, it's still there. Oh, and then
That's going to be a foul against Bradbury.
Bradbury. He thought about going for the high volley and ended up chopping down.
It's a great ball in by Di Matteo. Tardy, good header. And
Bradbury there, and there he clipped.
Yes.
Sear.
I think looking for a bicycle kick if the chance arose, but a great clearance by number 4, Sear.
Suyat coughed it up. Bradbury. Lions. Bradbury, big save there by Le Charité. So it'll be a corner kick here. So quick strike here by Bradbury. Got it back from Otero.
And I think Bradbury wanted to strike that first time, but Levasseur had just come in to his eye line, and Bradbury moved in a few yards before he finally took that shot.
82nd minute now. Goes skyward. Hendricks trying to settle it. Hendricks. With 10 yards out, getting ahead on was Otero. But nothing coming from it. Now, Levasseur. That's Lalonde once again.
That's a great read by Lalonde.
Waugh now. Waugh's been in the middle of things. Waugh! And Lalonde just out of his reach. And the Lions poke it away, and it'll be a throw in. So Waugh once again. We'll have a look here. Gets a chance to cross it, and Lalonde just a little late.
But Waugh's definitely been the man since he's come on.
Sear chips it forward. And back in there is Suyat.
Play on.
And DI. Here in the 83rd minute, Suyat finally back to his feet. Gets up gingerly in there. Clipped down was Raposo. And he is injured. And a yellow card. Trying to pick up I think it's Bradbury.
Yes.
And we'll remind you there's still great tickets available for this 2023 U Sports Proto Case Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell. For more tickets, you can look to usports.ca/tickets or scan the QR code for all the action here November 9th to 12th at Cape Breton University. As the extended discussion is Suyat pleading his case, and he's still, actually now that's Raposo rubbing that upper leg, the right side.
This Cape Breton turf has seen its fair share of games, Corey, and not the most forgiving of surfaces.
DI. Lions take over. Di Matteo. Di Matteo patient. He'll lay it off for Wright. Wright. The long-range defender now, Di Matteo. Gets it back, Di Matteo. Hendricks. Good patience here by the Lions with up over the 85th minute. No score, Ramirez. Pounded forward, Bradbury. Nice first touch with the left foot to settle in, then left it for Di Matteo. Into the box, headed away, still loose, still there. Offside flag comes up. And he whistle blew just as Principato ripped it, and he got Le Charité. And we'll see it here. Whistle came simultaneously with the strike by and right off the chin of Le Charité. But it looks like he's okay. Up into the 86th minute, no score. Penalty kicks looming here at CBU. Again for a spot for one more match this season, and it'll come against the St. FX X-Men. And we get a look there at Jean-Gabriel Waugh. The Charité off the goal kick. There's Waugh once again. Waugh crosses. Chipped out and then down. And that's going to be Desjardins, who barreled into Hendricks. And it will be a yellow.
Yes.
The road to the Canada Life Vanier Cup continues next Saturday with the 2023 Mitchell Bowl as the Canada West champions host the AUS champs beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca.
And if you're a Patriot, when you see Waugh on the ball in the corner, even if you're Asiat or Cyr, you've got to just bomb up there because he's putting some great balls into dangerous areas.
Now the Lions. Good run there by Zeppieri, but a little too far. Kind of flat-footed there, not running on it. Was Hendricks.
Yes, and that's a foul all day.
As Desjardins went down. And now there's Waugh once again. Hasn't he maximized his minutes? There he is, Jean-Gabriel Waugh. Left it there, got it back from a Suyat. Headed away. Top of the box now, though, Desjardins. Battling, Desjardins. Finally poked off his foot. But a chance here. Cyr over into NDI. 88th minute. We'll keep an eye on stoppage time tacked on. And there and down, grabbing at the right knee was Bertrand.
Good first touch by Raposo to get some clean possession for Les Patriots, but we'll stop for the injured player.
Bertrand back to his feet. And there you get a look at Jean-Gabriel Waugh of Les Patriots. He's a freshman, hometown product from Trois-Rivières. And again, had some effective minutes here for Shawnee Black, as the medical team was out there for Les Patriots. Bertrand back up to his feet. 89 minutes in now. We'll have the drop ball here, and we'll keep an eye again to see how much time Ryan Schwenger's going to tack on here. Bertrand waved back in. And DI. His keeper, La Charité. Skyward. Ramirez. Lalonde. And the save. Pantaleo has been there when tested. Now a huge corner kick. I believe it's Lamy over to take it.
3 minutes of added time.
3 minutes added on here. Again, no 2 15-minute overtime sessions in the consolation round. It'll go directly to penalty kicks if we don't solve anything here in regulation. Nice ball, top of the box. Deflects. And they're going to say it's going to be another. And a Patriot player down, they're going to say a goal kick off the header, and then another. And we'll get a closer look at it here. Lamy. First touch there by a Suyat. And then they're going to say it's off Waugh. And again, another Patriot down, especially the second half. It's been physical.
The one time Waugh didn't want to touch the ball.
So we get a look at Shawnee Black. Didn't see what Patriot is down. So again, just to tee things up, to repeat, the winner of this one plays Santa FX tomorrow, 1 p.m. Atlantic time here in Sydney. Stefano Pantaleo tees it up for his team at Sear. And being attended to.
And it's a perhaps one of the last opportunities if you're, as we mentioned, no extra time. We'll go straight to penalty kicks.
So to the York bench, it's Gabe Poles in for Aparicio, and I assume now some substitutions related to penalty kicks and the possibility of them.
Molino, number 5.
There's Poles. Pantaleo. Skyward. Deflects. Latardo. One last push here by the Lions maybe, but good work by the Patriot. Levasseur gets it back, now ahead, and it deflects back to the Lions. Levasseur and DI. Good first touch there.
there. And a yellow card for Zappieri.
Hard to kind of get the head around the All-Canadian disputing that one as he clipped down Lamy. So Lamy, big free kick chance here. As we know in these set pieces, anything can happen. Doesn't have to be that scintillating, curling strike into the top corner. It could be any sort of a bounce. A spill by the keeper. We'll see what happens here. Lamy. Headed away. Ramirez. That's been kind of his calling card the past 2 days. Just so rock solid. La Charité. Sear. Late in this one. Again, penalty kicks looming. And DI. And that got the back of a Suyat. Levasseur looking for it. They're going to get a call there from the ground. They're going to say Principato. And now Patriot saying Lamy saying everyone up.
I'm sure La Charité, if asked, would take this.
Lamy and off his line. Pantaleo, and we are going to go to penalty kicks here in our second consolation final at the 2023 Proto Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell. There's a look at Lalonde, who put in some tough minutes here in this one off the bench for the Patriot, and he was around the ball so much in the second half, but just not that, again, 10 Bell opportunity, as both teams now will hydrate, have a chat. We'll turn our attention certainly to our keepers, Mathieu La Charité for Les Patriotes, Stefano Pantaleo for the Lions. St. FX awaiting their opponent for tomorrow afternoon. York, the OUA runners-up this season, the 8th seed in this tournament. UQTR, one of the Cinderella stories, if you will, of this one, with the big RSEQ victory over Les Carabins de Montréal in the conference championship. And they were the number 4 seed. York lost last night in quarterfinal action to the Mount Royal Cougars. The host Cape Breton University Capers in penalty kicks in dramatic fashion. Ousted, at least from the championship bracket, ousted the Patriot. And now again, squarely on La Charité, Pantaleo, and of course our shooters. 5 aside unless, as we saw last night, only took 4 shooters as the Capers went 4 for 4. Daniel Clark was able to stop a pair of shooters from the Patriot. And so it ended after 4 shooters at 4-2 with no opportunity for, or no mathematical, I guess, chance of UQTR to catch up in 5 shots. And the Lions will come to the center line here, and there an exchange between Principato and his keeper, Pantaleo. Pantaleo got the start today for the Lions. Yesterday's quarterfinal was Alessio Carbone. So maybe it'll be his turn to shine. We saw yesterday for the Carabin, Rouleau came in after the red card to Dessert and led his team to a victory off the bench. On this occasion, can Pantaleo bring home a win here for the Lions? And we'll use our 2 quarterfinal penalty kick matchups, used the other end yesterday, and the 2 keepers getting their instructions, La Charité and Pantaleo.
And so the general rule would be you'd like your keeper to stop one. And yesterday, Clark made a couple of exceptional saves to prevent the Patriots from advancing.
So the first shooter will come from UQTR. Pantaleo first on the line between the pipes. We'll see who steps up first for the Patriot. It is Lalonde, who's been around.
Yes.
In the second half, particularly around the ball throughout. See if he can finally cash one in here with the penalty kick. Just again, couldn't get that 10-bell scoring chance, although he caused a lot of havoc for the Lions D. Now Lalonde, Pantaleo, Lalonde. Oh, and getting a piece of it was Pantaleo, but not enough.
Great firm strike. You just have to back yourself on these penalty kicks.
So now we turn our attention to Le Charité, and stepping up to the plate, if you will, is Bradbury.
Puts it securely on the spot.
Le Charité ready. Waiting for a whistle. Bradbury, shot. Made it look easy to tie it at one apiece after one shooter aside. And now Bertrand will step up to the line. Pantaleo got a piece of that first shot, but it was a sizzler from Lalonde. See what he can do here against Mathieu Bertrand. Bertrand, Pantaleo. Whistle goes, Bertrand. Shot, big save, Pantaleo. And the Lions react.
But
they're going to say he came
off the line.
Came off his line and he's carded. So a swing of emotion here, another chance for Bertrand. And he makes no mistake the second time around. And that's certainly not that there was enough pressure on Pantaleo.
But that would put you on your heels just that much more, knowing you have zero margin for error.
So stepping up here for the Lions, Chris Molino. One of the Lions that come in for this very occasion.
Started yesterday.
Chance to tie it at 2 after 2 shooters. Molino, but Le Charité. So what a swing there. After we thought Pantaleo had made a penalty kick save, was called yellow carded for coming off his line. Bertrand capitalized on a second chance, and then Le Charité is able to stone Molino. So up the line now with Cyr, and he can really put a stranglehold on this one for Les Patriots. Cyr. Shot, made it look easy with the left foot against Pantaleo, and again, Pantaleo, the pressure magnified after getting the yellow. And now Le Charité. This can really, if he can make this save, can really put the vice grip on this one after 3 shooters. It's going to be the first team All-Canadian, Zeppieri. Made it look easy.
Cool as you like there.
The All-Canadian showing why there. 3-2 after 3 shooters for UQTR. So see if they can solve Pantaleo again. He gets a quick drink. Lamy, who had the penalty kick goal against the Capers last night. Lamy. Oh, Pantaleo! Similar to the one that he called for coming off his line, but not this time. Lamy robbed. So now that changes things. Chance for York to tie it after 4 shooters. There's Le Charité going back in. He's waiting for...
Bit of gamesmanship, if you will.
Waiting for Attardo to come up to the line and tee it up. Attardo. Chance to tie it here after 4 shooters, so this is huge. Le Charité. Attardo. Shot made it look easy as well. So 3 apiece after 4 shooters. So this is where when you, and not sure if the Patriots chose to select first, but as it unfolded, this is a chance for them to put the pressure on the 5th York shooter. And coming up is Desjardins to make it 4 for 5 for UQTR. But we just saw Pantaleo make a big save on Lamy. Desjardins. Pantaleo. Desjardins! Pantaleo! With a sensational stop. And it almost seemed to kind of galvanize Pantaleo after getting the yellow card, as he saved 2 of 3 after that. So a chance here for the Lions to roar into tomorrow's Consolation final. Le Charité. Pressure on his shoulders. Coming up to take the shot, Gabe Poles, one of the players that subbed in late again for this very eventuality. Poles. Le Charité. Poles, the strike, and he made it look easy. Gabe Poles with the winner. And the York Lions with the backup keeper, Stefano Pantaleo. And they'll go on to tomorrow's Consolation final, the 8th seed, against the 2nd seed, Santa Fe X-Men.
Hard luck for La Charité, who was excellent all afternoon. Aggressive, good modern goalkeeper, but penalty kicks are penalty kicks. And just a note, shootout losses don't register as losses, so that's for York. You'd see 1-1-1 for their playoffs. They did win one of those games in a shootout. So just a quick note there as we go to the highlights.
York again the win in penalty kicks as we see some of our early moments as this match started. And both sides again scoreless in our 90 minutes. No 15-minute overtime after. You see the all-Canadian first-teamer Zeppieri had a big chance early. There he is on the corner kick. Kept alive. Attardo. Both those men had penalty kick opportunities now on that far side.
Bertrand put in some good balls.
Again, a lot of chances like these. That was maybe the one, Tim Beller, Attardo. But a lot ended up like this where just nothing smooth came out of, whether it was the build-up or the cross. There's another Bianchi. And now Zeppieri.
That was end of the first half.
And DI and tempers flared there, but things settled down in the second half. Big save there by Le Charité. And now LaPlante. Nice cross there. It came loose, and that was, again, always around the ball was Lalonde. There's Lalonde again, but the finish wasn't there for him today. That was Lamy off the free kick, and it squirted free for a big chance, and that was a huge save by Pantaleo off Sear. Bertrand far post, that didn't connect. So again, chances for both sides. That was Bradbury, didn't quite get the mustard on it he wanted. So again, both sides had chances in regulation. So you see the Patriot faithful.
Tardo and Bradbury. That was a good shot.
And now Waugh. So again, the victorious lines in there, that was blown down on the offside before. Corner kick. And again, that was Waugh was in the middle of it after he subbed in, and now looking at
great shot.
Penalty kicks here. So again, as we look at those, there was a save by Pantaleo. Le Charité there. Pantaleo, here was the big one off Lamy. Ramirez, the player of the game for York. So Bert, season ends for the Patriot, the RSEQ champions. York Lions move on. Runners up in the OUA, and there's their celebration when they won it. And they'll face the Side Effects X-Men tomorrow at 1 p.m. Atlantic time in our Consolation finals. So now we're halfway home. Coming up, our semifinals. The first, Les Carabins de Montréal and the UBC Thunderbirds coming up in about a half hour. And then in the nightcap, the top seed Mount Royal University Cougars and the host Cape Breton University Capers. We're going to step aside for a bit. Don't go too far. You're watching the 2023 U Sports Proto Case Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell on cbcsports.ca.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Sports on CBC, presented by Les Championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U-Sport. By Bell, presenting partner of this U-Sports Championship. Fier partenaire de ce championnat U-Sport. And by Protocase, proud title partner of the 2023 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship. Et par Protocase, fier partenaire en titre du championnat de soccer masculin U Sport de 2023.